Hey, I'm Zach Cooper. I play bass in Coheed and Cambria, and we're in the shed. I had mixed feelings about recording remote. I didn't know we were doing it at first. So a lot of what ended up on the record were, started as demos. So I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I'm getting a good idea of what I want to do in the studio. And there was definitely some points where I was like, all right, I have an idea for this. I'll get this down for now, but this idea I want to kind of pursue, maybe I'll figure it out before we go into the studio. And then we never ended up going into this. I never went into the studio. Josh recorded drums in LA and Claude recorded some vocals in LA. But so I did everything at home, and it was really interesting because you don't have that instant collaborative input when you're working on stuff. Especially in this band, Claude writes these songs and basically lets us kind of run free, which is awesome. But every now and then, he's got a vision and he's got something that he hears, and maybe he'll have some direction. So a lot of times there was no direction. It was just like I would just pull a random file out, set up a session, listen to it, learn it, and then start kind of working on ideas. And it was actually kind of cool because in a normal studio situation, I might hear something, have an idea, like, ooh, I kind of want to try this, but then not try it because all you're thinking is, well, there's a room full of people, and if I spend the next 3 hours trying to get some thing, first of all trying to get the concept together, the idea, and then trying to get a performance of it, typically I'll say, I'm not going to waste everybody's time. Like, I can take this thing that I hear and I can kind of figure out a way to get it down quick and we can move on. Well, sitting at home during a pandemic, I got nothing but time. So I did that a bunch. I would go down these wormholes, and some of them would be cool and some of them would be a real waste of time. But I wasn't wasting anybody else's time, and that was okay. So it was a very interesting process, a very interesting process. It's just a different kind of experience, but it was a lot of fun too.